Hello everyone. So for number 8, we're asked to find the x-intercept of the graph of the equation 4x minus 5y equals 40. So just a quick little refresher here. What an intercept is, or what more specifically the x-intercept is. Let's say we have a set of axes. And this will be our line. Try to draw it as straight as possible. Somewhat straight. Okay, obviously we see two intersections taking place here. This point right here in blue, and we'll label this one in green. Okay, so up top, what we're more familiar with, because it's a technique for graphing, in blue we have what's called the y-intercept. That's where the graph intersects, kind of almost an abbreviation there, intercept and intersect, the y-axis. Okay, so if you think in terms of values here, it's going to have some y value. Let's just say in our case it's around 4. Okay, the x value at this point, if we now look left and right, at the y-intercept, x is always going to have a value of 0. The y-axis is where x equals 0. Okay, now if we switch over to the x-intercept down here, so where the graph intersects the x-axis, very similarly, this is going to have some x value, so let's say x equals -6. The y, or the vertical value, is going to be always 0. No matter where the x-intercept occurs, y will always be equal 0. If it's over here, positive, even if it's right at the origin, y will always equal 0. And the same with the y-intercept. So when we algebraically want to find an intercept, we can do that by our knowledge of y is always going to equal 0. So in this equation, if I want to find the x-intercept, I can just simply replace y with a 0. So I know every x-intercept has a y value of 0. You could also kind of graph this equation if you wanted to get it in y equals form, but this way is a little bit faster. So 5 times 0 is going to be 0. We get 4x, that's a 4, equals 40. And solving for x, dividing by 4, we're going to get x equals 10. Okay, some things to be careful of with this question. You want to make sure you're not finding the y-intercept. Like I said, we're a little bit more used to just always dealing with the y-intercept. That's part of our slope-intercept form. And also keep in mind that at the x-intercept, y is equal to 0. That's a key component with this question. That's a key idea that can help you answer this rather quickly. The other way of doing this, like I mentioned earlier, you could have gotten it into, just going to move to the bottom, slope-intercept form. Obviously a lot more work, but in case you were panicking and you didn't know how else to do this, you would divide out the -5. You would get 4/5 x minus 8. So right away you can see the y-intercept is -8, which happens to be a choice. Another little tricky, trick that some people might fall for. And then you could enter this into your calculator or something like that, and you'd be looking for the x value that corresponds to a y value of 0. That would be kind of doing it without doing the algebra component of it. Okay, hopefully this explanation helped, and thank you for watching.